Okay, should we start by saying who we are?
Okay. I'm Alexander McKee.
I'm Bianca, and I come from Sweden, so I don't actually live here, but I do live here for this year. I'm an exchange student.
And I'm a local surfer bro. I hail from the Central Coast, and I've lived here all of my life, and I go to Morro Bay High School. And that's where I met her, who is a foreign exchange student from Sweden, Stockholm.
You just said that.
Yes, I know. And this is our love story. So you can begin on how you first started in high school.
Well, they don't really need to know the story of how I got here. It's just the typical, with an organization, you come here, you don't pick where you go, so it's totally random. I picked America, and I didn't know where I was going to end up after that. But obviously I ended up here, and so I knew, how do we start that? Where do we begin?
I don't know. We could begin with the first day that we met.
Yeah. Do you want to?
Yeah, okay. Well, should we start with Powder Puff?
Probably.
I guess we should start with Powder Puff. Okay. Well, at my high school, we have this thing called Powder Puff. And with Powder Puff football, the girls become the football players, and the boys become the cheerleaders.
I think that's a national thing in America.
Is it a national thing? It might be a national thing. But,
it's the 1 week of homecoming where they kind of switch roles.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I was waiting for man-leading practice, and that's why I'd dress up in a skirt and be I was actually the captain of the man-leading squad, the man-leading team. And
I was on the Powder Puff team.
And we were waiting after school to start practice, and that's when we met in the hallway.
I was sitting with my friends on the floor in the hallway, just waiting for practice to start, and then Alex walks into the hallway. I've never seen him before. This is my 3rd week of American high school. I barely know anyone yet, and I've never seen him before. This is also at just the exact time where I gave up hope of finding a cute guy at the school. I really wanted to date someone. It's part of the American high school experience, and I'd kind of given up on the guys at our school because I thought I'd seen everyone, and I was pretty disappointed. And then I met you, and you immediately as he walked up to my friends, of which he knew, and then he interrupted everything saying, "Aren't you Bianca?" I'm like, yeah, I am. How did you know that?
Yeah, actually, my friends had seen her, and they looked her up on Facebook, and they're showing me, oh, look at this, the Swedish foreign exchange student. Oh, look how attractive she is. And her profile picture was of her in a bikini at the beach in a shower. So, obviously, everyone wow, look at her, she's so attractive. So I already knew who she was, and I saw this group sitting in the hallway, and I knew some of the girls in the group, and so I walked over there because I'm kind of a social butterfly. And she was in the group, and I said, "Oh, hey, aren't you Bianca?" And she kind of looked at me like yeah. I'm like, yeah.
How did you know that?
How did you know that? And then what did I say? I said, "You're from Sweden, right?" You know what I said?
Yeah.
And then I said, "Oh," she said, "Yes." And I said, "I have family from Sweden." I didn't even tell her my name. I just went right directly into, "Oh, my family's from Sweden." Oh, gotta make that personal connection. She's attractive. Oh yeah, you're from Sweden. I'm from Sweden too.
More or less.
More or less.
And then 2 days after, I was in my nutrition class and we were cooking. And since everybody from the school always comes in on days when you're cooking because you get free food in the middle of class.
Yeah, I was in my sports medicine class, and we were bandaging people up, and one of my friends who's in sports, Rajan Singh, he comes in with a thing of macaroni and cheese, and I said, "Where'd you get the macaroni and cheese?" And he said, "The nutrition class." And so he led me over to the nutrition class, and she was with the other foreign exchange students. One of them was Soma, who was on the water polo team with me. So I was, I'm gonna go talk to Soma, and he was from Hungary, and she was at the table cooking with Soma, and then I struck up conversation with her. And I reached.
Found an excuse through Soma.
Found an excuse through Soma, and what did I do?
You love making me say that.
Yes.
Well, so basically, I still didn't know his name, because he never did introduce himself the 2 days earlier when we actually met. So that was the first thing I asked, and as we shook hands and introduced ourselves, like when I pulled away, when I was going to pull away my hand, he instead grabbed it and kissed it.
That was our first kiss.
It's not a first kiss.
Yep. So this was all during homecoming week because I was a man later, and finally the homecoming football game came up, and I was actually I was supposed to, let's see, there was the floats, right? Yeah, there were floats. So the floats go around the football track, around the race track that goes around the football field.
Yeah.
For cross country or whatever sport that does that. And we have these floats that go around the football field. And I wanted to be on one. I wasn't supposed to be on one, but I wanted to be on one because it's fun.
My friends made me get up on one too, the seniors one. Even though I didn't really want to, but they're like, oh, it's a once in a lifetime thing, you have to do it with us. And I was like, okay.
It was country themed, and I was wearing a long sleeve shirt, and I walked over the floats, and I was going from freshman to sophomore to junior, trying to figure out which one I could get on, and I couldn't get on any of them.
Because you're a senior.
Because I'm a senior, and then, oh, well, I can get on the senior float, so I just jumped on the senior float, and we went around the track together. Well, she was dancing, she was doing this little dance routine, and I was on the pickup truck with a pitchfork, because it was country themed, and when we got off the float, we got off together and started walking and talking, and that's when we started really spending time and actually being able to get to know each other, and we're completely flirting with each other. We both knew that.
We actually admitted to
we
that.
even admitted to flirting with each other because we.
I remember.
Oh, yeah, I'm a huge flirt. Oh, you are? No, me too.
I remember that because like flirting is like the best thing ever. I love flirting. I do that with everyone.
I love flirting. It's great.
But it's like no one else around here seems to do that. Like that's not, people aren't as socially accepted with that as they are in Sweden.
I've always been able to keep it at an acceptable level. I don't go too far.
People still know that you're a flirt. You did get voted most flirty.
Yeah, I got voted most flirty for our high school. But anyway, so she had to go. You had to go hang out with your friends or something, right? You had to go get a ride or.
Yeah, I think you had to leave.
Yeah, I actually had an arranged date with someone else, who I did not like. I did not like her, but it was my best friend and his girlfriend, and then his girlfriend had a best friend. They wanted me to go on a double date thing with them, but I was not interested, and she wasn't even interested. It was really, really forced, and so I had to go to that because I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings, and she had to go. And I said, oh, in Europe, before they depart, don't they kiss each other on both cheeks? And I know that they don't do that in Sweden. She knows that. I'm Swedish. I know they don't do that. But if she said yes, then obviously she's into me. And she looks at me. Oh, okay, yeah.
I did not do that.
Okay,
I did say yes though.
She did say yes though.
Like,
so.
yeah, kind of technically, not really, but
So that was the third time we met.
Yeah.
Second time we met, I kissed her on the hand already. Third time we met, kissed her on both sides of the cheek.
Fourth time we met was the homecoming dance.
I'll let you have this one. So
we don't need to go into depth of that.
I know.
But we were at the homecoming dance and we spotted each other
across the room.
Yeah. And then we kind of made our way through the sides to the middle of the dance floor, and then that's where we had our first kiss.
Yeah, we were dancing. I had my hands on her hips, and she had her arms around my neck. We were dancing, and she locked her arms like this, and it's kind of like, whoa. And then she looked at me with those big green eyes, and I just felt like butter or something. Like I don't even know how to react. And all these things were going through my mind, and all of a sudden I'm moving closer and closer. It's like, oh my gosh, do I really want to pass the flirting stage? Do I actually want to kiss her? I wanted to kiss her, and I did kiss her.
I kissed you.
Yeah, you kissed me. She kissed me.
I did. I kissed you.
And then after that, let's see, it was
well, we started hanging out, and then 3 weeks after that, we started actually dating. But
and that's we have 6 seconds left, and that's how our relationship started. That's it. on the other side.
Okay, part two.
Part two.
Well, so basically, I'm a foreign exchange student from Sweden. He's a local here at Morro Bay. We met at the high school, Morro Bay High School, obviously. Oh, obviously, and
we just went through the story of how we first met, and how
we ended up dating. Basically.
How we ended up actually dating.
But the that's just like any other couple. But the interesting part about us is the fact that it's March right now, and I leave in like 3 months. I have to go back to Sweden. I can't stay here. I have to go back and do my last year of high school, and then we're both kind of stuck with college in each of our countries, which sucks, like really bad.
Yeah, because we are deeply in love with each other.